All right, traders, welcome to the price series lesson. In this lesson, I'm going to be showing you how to reference candlestick price data. So your open, high, low, and close. This is obviously going to make up the backbone of most of your scripts. You're going to need to reference this data very frequently in your scripts, since what is price analysis without referencing price? So it's quite simple to access this data. Obviously, the challenge comes with what you do with this data. First of all, let me get rid of precision 1. That's from a previous lesson. So here I have a blank script. Let me save the script to show you. So we're just plotting the closing price on our chart. So by default, this is the default template for any new script. We already have our closing data being referenced. And to reference the other price points on your chart is as simple as you might think. So let's say we want to get our candle open price. I'm going to declare a new variable here called candle open, and it's going to be set to the open price value. Next up, we'll get our high. So candle high is set to high. Then we can get our candle low is set to the low. And then candle close is set to the close. Now, you don't normally need to do this. You can just directly reference open, high, low, and close in your script. But for today's example, I thought this might be a little more intuitive to see what's going on here. So now let's save the script and let's draw these values onto our chart. So I'm going to use a comment here and say draw candle data onto our chart. I'm going to paste candle open in there, copy this, and I'll paste it 4 times. And I'll just paste in each variable here. And let's change the color of each plot, because if I save the script now, we're going to get 4 blue lines drawing on our chart and we can't tell what's what. So let's set the color of the open to color.blue. And now I'm going to copy this line of code and paste it in. And let's change the color of each data value here. Let's change the high to red. We'll change the low to green. And let's change the close to purple and save the script. We should get 4 different colors plotting onto our chart here now. And each color corresponds to each candle price. So it's as simple as that to get our price data, which is what we're doing here. So now let's say we want to do something useful with this data. Let's say we want to get the current bar's size in points. So we want to subtract the high from the low. So now let's create a new section of code here, and I'll say analyze price data. And for this, we're going to create a couple of variables. The first variable we create is going to be called candle size. And to calculate the candle size is really easy. All we need to do is subtract the low from the high. So high minus low will give us our candle size in points. And let's plot this onto our chart as well. So we'll call this candle size. We'll set this to color.orange. And in fact, let's comment out all of our open, high, low, close, because we don't really need to see that data on our chart. Save the script. We should be getting an orange line drawing here now, which is showing the candle size in points or pips in this case. So right now, as I hover over the last bar on my chart here, our candle size is 6.9 pips. So as you can see, it's really easy to analyze price data. Obviously, it gets more complex the more complex analysis you're doing, but it's really simple to access this data and to analyze it. Let's try something a little bit more complicated to demonstrate the historical operator. So let's say we want to reference a historical bar on our chart. This will reference the current bar, and this will run on every bar on our chart. So as I hover my mouse, let's hover over this bar here, which is quite large. If I hover my mouse over that, you can see down here, this number says 65.2 pips. So this script is running on each historical bar on our chart. And so every bar on our chart will reference its own open, high, low, and close. But what if we wanted to reference, let's say 10 bars back? So we want to reference 10 bars in the past. Let's go back to our current bar. And let's say we want to compare the current bar's candle size to the candle size of a bar 10 bars ago. To do that is really simple. Let's just create a new variable here called candle size 10, and we'll set that to the high of the bar 10 bars ago minus the low of the bar 10 bars ago. So to reference historical data, we use square brackets, and then we pass in a number, an integer number, a whole number. And this whole number is your look back count. Hey guys, editing Matt here. I just wanted to interject really quickly because I realized while editing this video that I forgot to mention something very important for beginner programmers to understand. In programming, when we are dealing with things like bar indexes, so that's what this is, here I am plotting the closing price of the bar 10 bars ago. I forgot to mention that in programming, when we're dealing with things like lists of data, which is what this essentially is, we don't start counting from 1. We start counting from 0. So what I mean by that is plotting the closing price of the bar index of 0 onto our chart. If I save this script, that is exactly the same as just plotting the closing price. But if I plot the closing price of the first bar in our price series, and also another thing that's important to mention is that these bar index numbers begin from the last bar on your chart. So we are counting backwards when we are dealing with the price series or historical operator. So the higher this number is, the more bars back we are referencing. And so 0 would be the current bar. That's why if you bring out your measuring tool, if you look down at the bar count here, it says 0 bars on the current bar, and then the bar next to it is minus 1 bar. So plotting the closing price of the bar index of 1 means we are plotting the closing price of the bar 1 bar back from the current bar. And so if I put 10 in here, then we are technically plotting the closing price of the 11th bar back from the current bar. So if I count out 10 bars here, that puts us on this bar right here. If I count the bars from this bar to the current bar, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So technically speaking, we are counting back 11 bars from the current bar when we reference 10, because we start from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So that is an important thing to mention. When I say something like I'm referencing 10 bars ago, I mean historical bars, 10 historical bars ago. It's an important distinction to make because when we get further into the course and we do things like detecting candlestick patterns, it does matter that you get this number correct, obviously, because if you have it even 1 bar off, that's going to mess up your pattern detection code. But anyway, I thought that was just important to mention. In coding, in PineScript, and all programming languages, all counting of all kinds, when dealing with lists of data, start from 0. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. 0 counts as 1. And so you've pretty much got to shift everything up a number when dealing with indexes. And that's what this is. This is a bar index. The bar index just means the bar count from the current bar. So this would be a bar index of 0, bar index of 1, bar index of 2, and you get the idea. Anyway, that is just some really important information I need to make you aware of. Back to the lesson. So this will get the candle size of the bar 10 bars ago. So let's compare these two values. To do that, we'll say candle size ratio, and we will divide our current candle size by the candle size 10 bars ago. And let's plot that onto our chart as well. Candle size ratio with a color of purple. So when I say the script, we'll be getting another line drawn onto our chart that is comparing the current bar size to the bar size 10 bars ago. Save the script. And there we go. So the current bar is 130% the size of the bar from 10 bars ago, or 1.3 times. And it's that simple. That's how we reference historical price data. Very easy. And this historical operator works on any series of data that we can reference in PineScript. So this applies to indicator values as well. It applies to basically anything that has a series of data. that we can reference. So for example, let's say we wanted to get the ATR value of the current bar. To do that, we could just create a new variable here called ATR is set to ta.atr, and let's just pass in the default 14 length period. So this will get the current ATR value. And let's say we wanted to plot the ATR from 10 bars ago. We can do so just like that. So this plot function now will reference the ATR value from 10 bars ago. Save the script. And now our white number here is drawing the ATR of 10 bars ago. Really, really simple to reference historical data. And this applies to anything. As I said, we could reference the volume from 100 bars ago if we wanted to. Let's say 234 bars ago. Save the script. Now our white line is the volume from 234 bars ago. There is a limit to how far back you can look. So if I set this to 9999999 and save the script, we'll get an error. You can see this little warning sign that pops up here. If I click on that, it says too large, max total bars back. And then we have our large number here. The maximum is 300,000 bars, which is still quite a lot of bars. So let's set this back to, let's say 10, save the script. And there we go. So that's how you reference open, high, low, close data. That's how you reference historical data using the historical series operator. And this technique applies to any value, indicator values as well. So if we wanted to compare the ATR from 10 bars ago the same way we did here, we could just say ATR 10, and then ATR ratio is ATR divided by ATR 10. This will work just fine the same way this did. Now, obviously, this is a pretty useless example of how to use price series and indicator series in our scripts. But in future lessons, we'll be covering more complex, more practical demonstrations of analyzing price action using this information. And that brings me to the end of this lesson. I'll see you in the next one.